Now, this has been trending on social media, and I have been waiting for a while to see something like bombshell. The person you're looking at is DK Olukoya of the Mountain of Fire and Miracle Ministry. We are still going to see more pictures and go deeper into this matter as we progress. Joy claimed that DK Olukoya anointed Akpekus, Avijay, Abobi, and sat on her. And they say this is the modus operandi of the pastor. They call it corridor prayer, corridor deliverance. Done in the office, corridor, like people are giving prayer points. You sit down in the corridor, you start chanting, or you start reciting, or you start repeating the prayer points that have been given to you as per your situation. And those that need one-on-one with the man will come into the office, and then he will lay hands on them, he will conduct deliverance on them and cast out whatever needs to be cast out. But in the case of some women, they claim that he will pour oil on his hands and use it to touch the kwekus, touch the bobby, and all of that. These are accusations that are just being said without us seeing visible at all. Now, some also are defending him, saying he never laid hand on anybody for deliverance, but only prayer points. And many are saying you are right. But the poster of this, who has been on this matter, we are still going to go deeper. Like I said, you are going to see more. Has always alleged that she has evidence. Although, like I said, we'll still go deeper. Um, this is basically what we have on our hands. And I've been looking at this and pondering over it for the past 6 years, trying to make sense of it all. Like, is there any bombshell that will drop on DK Olukoya and this corridor prayer thing that women have claimed, alleged, stories here and there? Now, you know the kind of prayers that go on in the Mountain of Fire and Miracles ministry. Some pastors do not like it. I won't lie to you. People turn to Mountain of Fire and Miracle Ministries. A lot of people turned away from their churches. They turned to Mountain of Fire. When Mountain of Fire landed, like when it became a national name, not just an household name, when it became a national name, people left their churches. Such Deeper Life lost members, Redeem lost members, Oyedepo's church too, Faith Tabernacle lost members, and many of your small churches, they lost members. The only people that did not go, in fact, there is no big church in Nigeria. Talk Chris Oyakilo, they lost members because people at that time felt they needed something that is combative, something to deal, weapons to deal with, and they got it with this man. I'm telling you that some pastors preached in public view against Mountain of Fire Miracles ministry. They said, how can somebody be fasting for 40 days? Why are you fasting for 60 days? Why are you fasting for 120 days? Why are you fasting for this? You don't need to fast for that. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? And they even said the prayers, a lot of things were said anyway. But the man kept on and on and on. He tapped more into the combative, or let's say military, that's what he said, military formation. He said you can go to a church where they say bless you. That's what you need. According to him, church is divided, calling is divided into what applies to you. So if what applies to you is praise and worship, go to church where praise and worship and dance He said his own ministry is not for praise and worship and dance. It is to combat, and that is what he will do and continue to do. So when all these stories came up, people said, well, you cannot be doing this kind of prayers without someone coming up with stories. I want you to pay attention to this picture right there. It has been trending for about 24 hours now. This was posted with a title, Mountain of Fire Miracles Ministry Corridor Deliverance. Now, I've been hearing this corridor deliverance thing for a while, and I still cannot process it. Now, this picture is even decent. One picture was posted, and I do not have the liberty to put this on YouTube. That is as a result of some little bit of uncladness. So I was able to, like every other person, I was able to see the Synagogue Church of All Nations deliverance. Everyone had access to it on YouTube, right? And most women were made to put on trousers. Should your skirts or any of your whatever fly away, get exposed. Some churches have standby men and women who attend to genders accordingly, and they have a big, huge wrapper that is for a church that does not permit women to put on trousers or leggings and all of that. The Synagogue Church of All Nations have always had their thing. But like Mountain of Fire, there might be a possibility that women are not permitted to put on inner trousers, which is just a thing. It's just a thing. It's just a thing in Nigeria. It's just a thing in Nigeria. There is no crime in a woman putting on trousers beneath. The trouser itself is not the problem. Some might be quick to say, oh, the Bible says do not put on what belongs to a man should not put on. The same Bible that says this, that says that a man should leave his beard. There was never a time that Christ said, be clean shaven. In the Bible, it says that men should leave their beards. How many men are leaving their beards? How many men are leaving their beards? How many men and women are putting on clothes of different material, fabric? In the Bible, you cannot put on cotton and linen together. There must be uniformity. If you're wearing cotton, cotton is cotton. If you're wearing polyester, which was not possible then, it has to be polyester. That's what the Bible states. There are a lot that we can point to in the Bible. So if someone picks only the part of don't wear skirts, don't wear trousers, it's fine. But we know that there are certain ways female jean trousers are made. But let's leave that aside. Let us focus on this corridor prayer thing. This is Mountain of Fire and Miracles Ministry. And the poster of this had previous encounter with the Mountain of Fire and Miracles Ministry. She had this back and forth with Mountain of Fire, and it resulted into her presence on social media being shut down. In fact, she was dragged to the court. What we heard is that Mountain of Fire and Miracle Ministry won, and she had to pay, I think, about 100,000 for the legal charges and whatever, something like that. I'm not too sure of that part, but I know that Mountain of Fire and Miracles Ministry won over defamation of character and all of that. At that time, she wrote a book too. She said she has evidence, and I'm kind of like, well, maybe she just chose to write a book rather than put those evidence out there, or she consulted our lawyers and they said, no, you cannot put such evidence in the public domain. Whoever it is might sue you. I mean, not just the person that you are accusing, those people whose body is being placed publicly might wake up one day and sue you for posting private pictures of them, private moments of them. Now, this picture is now being placed, and we are hearing that obviously this is obviously an office. This is office. But the poster wrote toilet. The main thing about this is that the pastor Dike Olukoya conducts what they call corridor prayer. having private session, consultation, counseling. We've seen it countless times. It is now left for the pastor to do what they call open door or glass. You know, some pastors don't want trouble. They don't want you to accuse them. So what they do is the place where they do whatever they do, it is an open place. Some do the glass kind of structure where you can see through. That's what I just mean. Transparent, see through. It has curtains, yes, but the curtains are not always all. It has curtains where by anybody outside can see whatever it is inside. It depends on how you want to. There are times that they have ushers, they have protocol at the door. You just have to apply wisdom. So they said that Dick Olukoya will anoint the VJ of the women, trying to cast out some demons and use his hand inside. I know things do happen between man and woman. It doesn't matter how highly placed the person is. It doesn't matter how highly placed. Look at Chris Okafor. Many other people. Chris accused Jeremiah Omotofufunye, telling the girlfriend, and many other people, respected people that you know, atrocities here and there. So we are not saying things cannot happen. But then we all have to be guided to an extent. Like, let us see. That is what people are waiting for. Like, we want to see. Let us see something to hold on to and say, oh, this is despicable. But having private deliverance, I don't know if people don't conduct this. I think it's a normal thing. It's something that we see everywhere. For women who want to go and meet one person for prayers and deliverance and whatever, these things do happen. And we don't know how many years ago this was. We don't know if it's a current one. Maybe the pastor, he has upgraded. You know, at times they learn through the journey. There was a time we had a small church. I had one office where prayers are made for extreme cases. Then one day somebody jumped on me. It's a woman, she tore her clothes. The demon wanted to use this as to that. Oh, and I applied wisdom to it. And now this is what I have. It depends on what experience you have and what you have decided to deal with as a human being. Some pastor can be saying, I'm a Superman. I'm a Superman. Nothing they happen. Well, the day something happen, you will definitely blame yourself. Now, although it's blurry, which is fine, if you look a little bit closer, those images that you are seeing, those human beings that you are seeing, it is alleged that they came for the said deliverance and they started pulling their clothes like boom-less, and they claim that it is corridor deliverance. Me, I don't understand. I don't really understand what corridor deliverance is. And we've seen cases where women pull their clothes. So therefore, any pastor that is into such should know that women, before you are permitted to come in for any deliverance, you must put on trousers. Now, putting on trousers is one thing. Another thing is, we've seen cases where women, under intense reaction towards whatever is being chanted or uttered on them, they begin to pull their clothes, regardless of if they are putting on jean. That is why strong protocols are needed. People to hold them when they want to begin to misbehave. I hope Dick Olukoya, if these are just errors, little bits of oversight that is being piled up to make you look bad, do the needful. It is getting too much.